My name is Emily Lutz, and I've talked to you guys before. And today I'm going to talk to you about why I think reading to children from the ages of 0 to 5 is so important. I believe that all parents should read to their children at least once a day from that age 0 to 5 until they get to kindergarten. Doing so prepares their children for school, it prepares them for their future, and it teaches them to be strong communicators and have better social skills. Reading with a child each day is one of the most important things you can do to ensure that they will do well in life and that they will grow properly. Bonding is important for you too, and you will get excellent bonding time when you read with your child. For you, it's easy and it doesn't take a lot of time. Sometimes you might feel like, oh no, what am I going to do with my child? I have so much time at home with them. And this is a great way to take up some time, and it's very easy for you. Baby education consultant Elaine McEwen Adkins has said through her research that as little as 20 minutes a day reading with your child is effective to have these positive results. Children benefit scholastically and academically, she also says, and she also talks about how it helps them in their social skills. The first way that reading with your child every day helps them is academically and scholastically in their schoolwork. Their language skills and their reading comprehension are higher when you've been reading with them, and kind of the overall thing is that they have a higher vocabulary. The Federal Interagency Forum on Child and Family Studies said reading and its benefits increase vocabulary, and it predicts a 30% above average language skill and reading comprehension test result as late as it being an 11th grader. It also makes the children more enthused learners. They have a strong language awareness and they have better overall literature skills. That same study says that vocabulary, having a higher vocabulary, translates to those kids being more excited to learn in all subjects and areas, and it makes them confident learners. They have a high skill level on comprehension tests of different sorts. The National Education Goals Report stated that internationally, those children whose parents read to them once a day between the ages of 0 and 5 scored 14% higher than those parents' children who did not read to them every day. So reading to your child every day helps them in schoolwork, and it makes them more confident learners. But reading to your children also has non-academic benefits. Reading to them makes them better communicators, even as young as kindergarten and into their adulthood. It makes them more apt at social situations. It improves communication skills according to the Early Moments research. They said that the time and skills that children gain when they spend that time sitting on their mom's lap reading helps them relate healthily, and then they use those literacy skills to communicate, especially with other children. Those kids, especially when they hit like kindergarten and first grade, stand out to their teacher and other children because they are better communicators. They have, they know how to speak better. They're more fluent, and the parents notice this too. Jane, a mother of 5, read once daily at least to her youngest 3 kids, but did not to her oldest 2. The oldest 2 had a rough time in the middle of elementary school with their English and phonics classes starting at about 2nd grade. They did not enjoy reading as much as her other children did, and they were both in speech pathology classes until late elementary school. On the other hand, her youngest 3 children, who she did read to every day, happened to not be in speech pathology classes, and she feels as though they did have an easier time in their English and their phonics classes. She thinks they're more social, and she said that when she would read with them and they were on her lap, they would get into the story, they were more active, and they interacted with her. And as she pointed out, she thinks every child is different, but because her 2 oldest, who she didn't read to often, and the 3 youngest, who she did read to at least once a day, altogether as those groups were kind of holding true for like the speech pathology classes, she really feels that reading to the 3 youngest children did make a big difference for them. Reading every day to your child when they're the ages of 0 to 5 is easy, and it's very important for their future. It gives you benefits like bonding time, but it benefits the child even more because they score higher academically and scholastically. And as adults and even as young elementary school kids, they're better communicators and more adept at social situations. I hope that after listening to some of this research, you will strongly consider reading to your children at least once a day when they're the ages 0 to 5. Thank you so much for listening.